straight drop, throws right, Irvin at the 5, Irvin fighting Collins, touchdown, Michael Irvin!
If circumstances unfolded differently, we might be discussing one of the most remarkable quarterbacks in NFL history. Troy Aikman's career trajectory had the potential to place him among the all-time greats, but just how good was Troy Aikman actually? Troy Aikman spent his early childhood in Cerritos, California, located in Los Angeles County. When he turned 12, his parents relocated to Henrietta, Oklahoma. There, Troy excelled in both baseball and football, earning all-state honors in each sport. Aikman received a contract offer from the New York Mets right out of high school to play baseball. However, he was persuaded to play college football at the University of Oklahoma due to the intense recruiting efforts of head coach Barry Switzer. During his freshman year at Oklahoma, Aikman had limited playing time, but he finally got his chance in his sophomore year. He started the season strong, leading the Sooners to a 3-0 record. Unfortunately, in the fourth game of the year against the Miami Hurricanes, Aikman suffered a broken ankle when he was sacked by Jerome Brown, forcing him to be carted off the field and ending his season. Meanwhile, the University of Oklahoma went on to win the national championship that year. With no future prospects at Oklahoma, Aikman decided to transfer to UCLA, where he would play under coach Terry Donahue. Although he had to sit out an entire year due to transfer rules, Aikman returned with a chip on his shoulder his junior year. He led the Bruins to an incredible 10-2 record and earned the Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year award. In his junior season, he threw for 2,354 yards and 16 touchdowns. His performance improved in his senior year, where he achieved 2,599 passing yards and 23 touchdowns. This outstanding season earned him the Davey O'Brien Award for the best quarterback. He capped off his college career with a victory in the Cotton Bowl against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Troy Aikman's college career attracted considerable attention from NFL teams, leading to him being selected as the first overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys. That same year, Jerry Jones, the new owner of the Cowboys, fired the previous head coach and hired Jimmy Johnson, who had been coaching at the University of Miami. The excitement surrounding the Cowboys entering Troy Aikman's rookie season was palpable. Unfortunately, things didn't go as expected. Aikman finished his first year with a 0-11 record as a starter, throwing for 1,749 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 18 interceptions. The Cowboys recognized the pressing need for improvement within their team and focused on strengthening their offense. In the 1990 NFL Draft, they selected running back Emmitt Smith. In his second season, Aikman showed promise by helping the team achieve a 7-7 record. However, he was again plagued by injuries. In Week 16, he suffered a separated shoulder during a game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which resulted in Aikman being placed on the injury reserve and ending his second season. In 1991, Troy Aikman led his team to a promising 6-4 start. However, after a loss, he suffered a torn ligament in his right knee playing against the Washington Redskins. Backup Steve Berline then guided the Cowboys to 5 consecutive wins, including an upset over the Chicago Bears in the wildcard round. Aikman returned for the divisional round, but despite throwing for 114 yards in the second half, he couldn't spark a comeback after the team trailed 17-6. His impressive season, with 2,754 passing yards and 11 touchdowns in just 12 games, earned him his first Pro Bowl selection, signaling a bright future for Dallas. During the 1992 NFL season, Troy Aikman had a career year. He not only stayed healthy throughout the regular season, but also displayed remarkable consistency. Aikman achieved career highs with 302 completions, 23 touchdowns, and 3,445 passing yards. His impressive play was instrumental in leading the Cowboys to a 13-3 record, which earned them the number 2 seed in the NFC. The Cowboys easily defeated the Eagles 34-10 in the divisional round. However, in the NFC Championship, they faced the formidable San Francisco 49ers, led by Jerry Rice and Steve Young, who was stepping in for the injured Joe Montana. This game was intense, with both teams coming out strong, but it was Aikman who was able to help the Cowboys get the better of San Fran with his 322 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys won the NFC Championship game 30-20, and they looked onward to the Buffalo Bills in Super Bowl 27. The Cowboys delivered an impressive performance in the Super Bowl, decisively defeating the Bills. Troy Aikman earned MVP honors by throwing 4 touchdown passes. This Super Bowl victory signaled to the rest of the league that the Cowboys were for real, especially the big three of Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith. When all 3 players were healthy, they were nearly unbeatable. In 1993, Troy Aikman set out to prove he could win another Super Bowl. That year, he had an impressive season, leading the Dallas Cowboys to a top NFC record of 12-4. Thanks to his 3,100 passing yards and 15 touchdowns. In the playoffs, the Cowboys faced the Green Bay Packers. They quickly defeated the Packers and then dominated the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship. During that game, Aikman suffered a concussion and later remarked that he doesn't remember playing at all. Fortunately, Aikman recovered just in time for the Super Bowl, where the Cowboys faced the Buffalo Bills once again. He passed for 207 yards, but did not throw any touchdowns. Meanwhile, Emmitt Smith scored 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys' outstanding defense helped them secure their 2nd consecutive Super Bowl title. As the Cowboys fan base grew, they set their sights on a 3rd consecutive championship. However, head coach Jimmy Johnson departed due to personal issues with owner Jerry Jones. Barry Switzer, who once inspired Troy Aikman to pursue football, took over as the next Dallas Cowboys head coach. The 1994 season was another successful year for Aikman, as he earned a Pro Bowl appearance and led the Cowboys to the 2nd best record in the NFC, trailing only the 49ers for the 2nd time in 3 years. In the divisional round, the Cowboys dominated the Packers. However, in the NFC Championship, they faced San Fran yet again. Aikman passed for 380 yards and threw 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough to secure a victory. The 49ers quickly established a commanding lead in the first quarter, leaving the Cowboys struggling to catch up. Even though the Cowboys lost in the NFC Championship, Aikman considers it the game he is most proud of in his career. This may seem unusual coming from a multi-time Super Bowl winner, but he took pride in how the Cowboys demonstrated their grit and determination, making a seemingly unreachable game competitive. In the following season, the Cowboys aimed for the same goal, but this time they did so without the pressure of being the defending champions. Nevertheless, Aikman played as if he still held that title. He threw for 3,304 yards and 16 touchdowns, and things were looking promising as the Cowboys secured the #1 seed. This time, they advanced to the NFC Championship, where they faced the Green Bay Packers. The Cowboys dominated the Packers, earning a spot in Super Bowl 30 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aikman threw for 209 yards and a touchdown, which was enough to help the Cowboys win their 3rd ring in 4 years. In the 1997 season, Aikman threw for over 3,000 yards for the 3rd consecutive year, marking the first time a Cowboys quarterback achieved this milestone. However, the team finished with a disappointing 6-10 record, missing the playoffs. Despite a 5-game stretch in which Aikman was sidelined due to injury, the Cowboys managed to reach the playoffs in 1998. However, they were stunned at home after Aikman's disappointing playoff performance, which included 3 interceptions and fewer than 200 passing yards. It seemed that the glory days were coming to an end. The 1999 season yielded the same outcome, marking the last time we would see Smith, Irvin, and Aikman play together. The team finished with an 8-8 record. The 2000 season was challenging for Aikman. He suffered 2 concussions throughout the year, raising concerns about his future with the Dallas Cowboys. His 2nd concussion, sustained during a game against Washington, ended his season and ultimately his time with the Cowboys. He was waived in March 2001. Troy Aikman wanted to continue playing, but it seemed that few teams were interested in adding an aging quarterback with a history of injuries to their roster. As a result, he decided to retire on April 9th, 2001. Aikman received the recognition he deserved when he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2008 and the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. Aikman is currently an announcer for Monday Night Football and has achieved a great deal since his retirement. Although he never won an MVP and his career was shorter than he had hoped, his statistics and accolades will stand forever. Aikman was one of the greatest quarterbacks during an era that included legends like Joe Montana and John Elway. However, had he not suffered from multiple concussions, his potential could have been even greater. To stay updated with our latest content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.